The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready. Pick rail, yellow.
In motion, the tight end. Young wasting no time, right to the air. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Shot, 7-2. Here we go. Blue, white. Double, 38.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They run here with Rico Dowdle. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
At the 47-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Looking to throw, Young. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Ready. Slide through. Black. 95. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move them?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. Short throw caught by Pitts. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to Robinson now on first down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now Penix going to hold on to it. He's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack-up.
Touchdown! Drake London with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now is to get back out on the field. A calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
White.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing, Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Robinson up the middle. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, go.
Robinson with another carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and then they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
You talk about this Falcon defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Catch number 40 for them on the year. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because it's been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Let's go now. Red, stop, right, 95. Cut.
Now Young. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Ready. 60 reps. 60
They'll
reps.
send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
On play action, Young. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go, set.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
43. Set.
They'll throw again. Young. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Zach Harrison. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. Go.
Looking to throw, Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levers doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll throw with Penix. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Young to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Down. 6, right, 95.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Set.
Young. This is caught by McMillan. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Right, 10, right. Hut.
They run here with Dowdle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Ready?
Young. Pass incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Ready. 45. Field left. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Young. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Now Penix. This pass is caught by London. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10 at the
Slot man moves right.
Ready?
Now Young. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Block 40. Red, yellow.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now here's Young. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Black, 95. Ready.
To the air once more, Young. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Xavier Legette, 35 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
His kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
At the 13-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And looking to throw, Penix. Call it a gain of a yard. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay game.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Fight. 10 black. Black shot. Ready.
Young will set to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22. Set,
To throw, Young. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. There's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. To the air, Penix. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now it's Horn. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Young now. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Young. That caught by Trimble. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Trimble, 39 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. Fitzgerald. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Yeah, but it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him.
9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 15-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
Set, hut. 10 black.
The slot man in motion right.
Hut.
Looking to throw, Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Red, 38. Red, yellow. Ready?
Young to throw it. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nick Scorton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here's Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 74 yards. And the Falcons, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
10, ready, go, 17.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Now Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
45, white, white. Ready.
Throwing, Young. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Rico Dowdle, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. 24. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
32-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And shutting him off now open field. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down, 8 yards to go. They'll throw with Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
2. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Operating from the gun, Penix. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
33-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Back to the ground with Robinson. Taken down at the 30.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Cowboy, Cougar 19, trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Here's 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Ready? 70 Lion. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
He's back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here now, 3rd down.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Now Penix going to hold. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Gonzalez now to have the extra point.
Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Panthers 27. Bradley Pinion.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 rounds. 10.
Now Young. That is caught. McMillan with it. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Ready?
One last shot for Young. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Falcons, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.